Okay guys, I just saw a huge fish jump in here, and that got me thinking. Right behind me I saw a place when I was driving in, looks like a fish pond or a fish farm, sorry. Got the blue nets up. The blue nets are used a lot around here to contain fish. And I just went through the water there. Oh, there's a cute little fish right there. There's another one that's very tropical looking. What was I saying? I'm gonna go check out this fish farms. It might be interesting. It might be a part of this aquarium. If it is, then that's pretty sad. That's the saddest place I've seen in a long time, especially that contain fish or animals. See that? There's plenty of fish in here, that's for sure. And behind me there's all kinds of ponds, but this one's got a natural shape to it. The ones behind me are like rice paddies. Cool looking fish, huh? If you'd stop moving. This is right beside the aquarium. It's just over that way a little bit. These fish farms, there's all kinds of ponds around here, but right here they got them set up with the nets, and there's some big, good-sized fish. I think it's tilapia, might not be. In the pond right beside the aquarium, there was a huge fish jump there when I came out. Yeah, tilapia. They want something to eat. I'd say they're very close to market size. You see how these blue nets work? This is a very good way to raise fish if you're going to raise them in a lake. Because when it comes time to harvest, you just take the four corners and you pull the entire thing out, and you got all your fish. There's no dragging the pond, there's no pumping out the pond or anything like that. And then you have other fish, like those little guys, look like baby tilapia, in your pond to keep it clean, you know, to eat the excess food and all that. But when you do that, you need to weight down the corners quite heavily. You see the net right here is floating up. It needs to be weighted down to work its best. We use these a lot smaller, just like this, but a lot smaller. We have used them. Pretty cool. But you could raise an awful lot of fish in a place like this, all right? If you say, even if you had 100 adult fish in one of these, in this little pond, there's 2, 4, 6, 7, you could put 14, maybe even 21 of these nets in this one pond, right? There's 10 and a half, a little one there in here now. I'd say you could easily put 20. You might have to add a little bit of oxygen, one of those oxygenators that solar powered or electric one that splash in the water. They work good. You can get the solar powered ones now. Those fish are market size for sure. And these little ones, they definitely resemble tilapia. There's a big one right there. And that's the other thing, if one gets out or something goes wrong, you still got them, they're still in the pond. There's a lot of free range fish in here too. Pretty cool. There's one more thing I saw over here I want to go take a look at. It's beside that boat. Here's what it looks like from the other side. We have an empty one here. We'll take a look at it. They're not very deep, huh? Don't need to be. Pretty simple. Look at all the fish jumping there. They're expecting food. Some kind of pump here. And if you look right there, in the opposite corner too, it's a concrete box. And that must be how they can control the water from one to the other. Not sure. Over here is full. Some empty ones, or no net in them. These over here are different. This is how I saw them in Malaysia. And they were raising shrimp and fish in ponds like this. And they had it set up so you could drain water between the ponds. Or a pump that you could take water out of here, put it in the other one in order to harvest out of this one. There's a dead fish right there just through the grass. That one over there looks like a natural pond. There's a lot of them around here. There's a big lake right there. Huh? This might be something for from the government that's doing it. I'm not sure. Why is there nobody stealing the fish? Or maybe there are. That's the problem most fish farmers have. People like to eat fish and they like to get them for free from you. But this one, you wouldn't lose any water this way. This works good for some fish, not for others. Predator fish especially like to have soil they can dig down into. Catfish, snakehead, especially snakehead. Some of the other ones as well. But you could put a concrete liner, because it's really hard to get an actual liner here. Put a concrete liner, put some soil in there. They still can't get out, right? They have nothing. I guess they don't have a problem with fish getting in. That's the problem we had at the farm. Predator fish got in, or one of the problems. Okay, let's go take a look at these other things behind the boat. Check this out. As soon as I was driving by, holy crap, there's a fish there. Looks like a grouper. It's huge. As soon as I was driving by, they all came up. These are the pink tilapia. That's a catfish. That's one of those big walking catfish. He's huge. I don't know if you can see him or not. Look at that. Big head. There's a couple of them there. Big fish. I still haven't made it to where I was going about 3 stops ago, which is right over there. Got these boxes that you put the baby fish in so they're safe. So the big catfish, the 3-foot long catfish, can't eat them. Quite interesting. Check this out. This is right beside that aqueduct with the big catfish in it. Don't see anybody here. There's fish in there, and they're big. But what are they? I think they're the Mekong catfish. I'm not sure. Hard to see. But look at all these tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, at least 15 of these. They're huge. Oh, these got babies. Wee little babies. Tilapia or something like that. Huh? They look like tilapia. There's a few hundred in there, for sure. What a place, huh? There's more over there. All kinds of stuff. Be good to get a tour in here, but I think that might be out. Says there's nobody here. And I don't know if I'm allowed here. Oh, this is nice in here, this one. Tilapia in this one. Not very many. My truck's out here, still running. Hopefully it's still here. There are oval-shaped tanks here. No water in these. There's a pump running over here. This could be something, I tell you what. They got enough stuff here to raise an awful pile of fish. Nothing in them. Oh, one over there's got water going into it. Look over there. All along there, all these tanks. All together, probably 100 different tanks here. Different sizes. Wow. And notice this. Forgot to point it out. You can't raise fish in concrete. Concrete kills fish. Look at all these tanks. There are some plastic ones. Here are the holding cells for the babies. I don't see any of them used anywhere. And these are all in pretty rough shape. Or some of them are. That one over there looks okay. Furthest one over. Simple idea. You got legs, you stick them in the ground, and the top is open. They can't get out. Just saw about a dozen people having lunch over there, and they're all wearing the same color shirt. Pretty sure this is a government thing. There's some greenhouses over here. They got nothing in them at all. Not that I could see. But there's probably 100+ concrete tanks, some plastic tanks, and concrete tanks, all of many different sizes. And then the little fish ponds, 2 or 3 dozen of those, I would say. A lot here, that's for sure. Alright guys, well that's it. Hopefully you found it interesting. It's not what I expected, that's for sure. Which is not a bad thing. Alright guys, as always, thanks for watching.